Hey, it's Nyomi. So before we dive in, if you've ever finished an episode feeling like, okay, I needed that, but wish you had something to actually walk you through the healing, well, that's exactly why I built Elevate Me. It's a self-love journey, an AI guided, but it's written in my voice. Meditations, workbook, real tools for real healing. So head on over to studio.com/Nyomi to check it out. All right? All right, so let's get into today's episode. One year ago today, I made a choice to remove something from my body, to stop proving, and start trusting. And today I'm celebrating that choice with proof. Not just words, not just a story, but footage, video, the whole journey. Today we talk about what it means to be proof to choosing freedom and how it works. So welcome. Welcome to the Season of Self-Love Podcast. I am your host, NmW&x, and I am so glad that you are here. As we continue to transform in life, so does this podcast. In Season 5, we're moving differently, more intentional, more action, less learning, more doing, less waiting, and more living. This is a space where we don't just talk about self-love, we practice it. We don't just discuss transformation, we live it. Every episode is an invitation to do the work with me, not just listen to me talk about it. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery, where we believe that loving yourself intentionally is a foundation of true transformation. So get ready, get your journal, get your pen, because in Season 5, we're doing the work together. Now let's get started. All right, my beautiful people, again, welcome back to the Season of Self-Love Podcast. I'm your host, NmW&x. And before we dive into this show, let's just ground ourselves real quick, all right? Because today we're going to celebrate the choice, the proof of the choice, all right? So wherever you are right now, I want you to close your eyes if you can and get comfortable. All right, I want you to put both hands onto your heart and take a deep breath in through your nose. And now slowly release. And I want you to repeat a few things after me. I want you to say to yourself, my choice created my proof. Inhale. Exhale. I don't have to prove myself anymore. I am the proof. Inhale. Exhale. My body knows, my spirit knows, my life shows. Inhale. Exhale. 1 year ago, I chose. Today, I celebrate. One more breath in. Release. And when you are ready, gently open your eyes and let's begin. All right, if you are new here to the Season of Self-Love Podcast, it's something we do every episode just to get, just to ground ourselves before we get into the topic. All right, y'all, so today, I'm not going to hold y'all too long today. There's a lot of things that's happening, amazing things that's happening this week. My documentary today will be released on Patreon, and I'm going to talk about more of that in a moment. But as well, my film series, is going to premiere on Tubi on Friday, and that's called To Lisa's Back, where I produce and star in this movie as well. It's been something that we've worked on for years. We shot it years ago, and we're finally able to put it together and get a great distribution for it. And now it'll be on Tubi. I can honestly say right now that I have so much stuff to celebrate, so many things to celebrate. And I'm just so very grateful for everything that has transpired and coming to fruition for me. All right, so let's talk about today, because I'm celebrating the choice that I made. And the thing is that it's all about knowing about what your choice is. All right, y'all. So, 1 year ago today, I made a choice. And it wasn't an easy choice, but it was mine. It was mine. So I chose to remove something from my body. And that fear had me convinced me that I needed that. Fear told me, it said, you won't be enough without it. Fear also said to me, people will judge you. Fear also said to me, you will regret it. But I chose anyway. And you know what happened? What happened that the choice created the proof. The choice created the proof. So remember last month when we talked about you being the messenger, being the message. This is part of my message. My choice that I made, that it created proof about healing. It's a lot of times we talk about be about it, or stop talking about it and be about it as it is. And so the difference between telling and showing, there's a big difference. See, for a year, I've been telling you about transformation. I've been telling you about body reclamation. I've been telling you about fear. And I've been telling you about trust. But today I'm showing you. Today I am releasing the footage to the full Explant journey of mine. The day of my surgery, the post-op appointments, the real moments. And not the polished version, the real one. Because you don't need me to tell you that it's possible. You need to see that it's possible. You need to see that it's possible. You know what I've learned? When you're anxious, when you're trying to figure yourself out, sometimes it's connected to how you feel physically. How you feel physically. I'm personally using Goalie to support my gut health and my energy. I'm telling you, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. You see, your gut, it affects your mood. Your nutrition, it affects your mental clarity, and your energy, it affects your confidence. And it's all connected. It's all connected. You see, Goalie products, they have a gut health, a self-support, energy, immune support, everything designed to help you feel good in your body. And when you feel good physically, you think clearer. You're less anxious and you show up differently. You show up differently. All you have to do is go to Goalie.com and use the code word Ask Nyomi. He's doing a good. So I want you to take care of your whole self, body, mind, and spirit. Go to Goalie, put in Ask Nyomi. Healing journey of transforming from one career to the next, and then understanding what self-love is. It's about having that intimate relationship with yourself, embracing every bit of you, every flaw of you. And now, what I thought was my flaw was my breast has been my biggest gift of all. So,
Say that again.
What I thought was the flaw of my breast has been the biggest gift to me. Yeah.
There we go. Mic drop.
That's it.
I'm coming in for a hug. It's going to be gentle.
That's a book title right there.
All right, so I'm going to tell you what the video is going to show, at least a little bit of it. So the footage, it drops today on Patreon. And you'll see some of the night before, my real feelings, my real emotion, the day of the explant, the morning of, before I go there. And you will see the choice in action. You also see the post-op day, the vulnerable moments that you don't get to see in the highlight reels, and some of the follow-up appointments. The real healing journey is what you will see. And then you will see the 1 year later, who I have become because of this choice. and that's on and that's a Patreon exclusive. And so the other day when I decided that I was going to do, I want to just pause for a moment, when I decided to finally edit and put this this documentary out. In the beginning, I was unsure on how I was going to do it because it's a lot of footage that I didn't do, that I didn't have, that I didn't get the day-to-day raw version of me throughout this full year. But I knew that I wanted to show not only my listeners, my fans, but other women out there or loved ones out there who family are dealing with BII, breast implant illness. And so I knew I have to put it out there. I have to show it in raw, in a cut. That means that there will be a full edited topless that's out there, imaging of myself, which, I'm very comfortable with it. But you would you would see it all, the stitchers, the drains, the pulling out, all of that will be seen. The only thing that you would not see is the surgery, because we couldn't take the cameras in. But otherwise, you will see it all. This as I was editing it the other day, and for the past few days, it was an emotional emotional journey, just going back and watching the Dr. Sood and Laura and all of the amazing nurses and technicians and stuff like that I got to meet, and just to see their faces again. And it brought me back to a very proud moment in my life that I chose to truly step into my authenticity, and it just elevated my transformation journey even more. It just elevated my self-love journey even more. Today I battled, am I going to do a show today, or what am I going to do, what I'm going to talk about, because I'm getting ready to go on vacation in the next few days. And so part of me wanted to just have this day, August 12th, as a day of celebration, a day of rest, a day of confirmation for me. But I wanted to make sure that I came on here and to let you all know that I'm so grateful for all of you that have listened to this podcast for the past few years. I know we've pivoted a few different times with it, but that's what life is all about. It's about pivoting, and it's not staying the same. So when something will arise, and it doesn't always have to be an issue or a problem, but when something arise, that you're able to pivot in. And I hope that through listening to my journey, through listening to some of the amazing guests that we've had here on the show, is that it has helped you with, your life in the way that you move and pivot in life, if that makes sense. So when I chose about doing the Patreon, the Patreon is for a deeper version of my I guess speaking about sex relationships more, going deeper in what I do on Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap. So I knew that I needed to find a space. So I said, I'm going to put this on this Patreon. Note that this will be the very first content that I put on this Patreon, and it's called Nyomi's Intimate Corner, where every week, and this is starting in October, where every week there will be a new episode that's up, that I'm sharing some of those sensuality, sexuality, spirituality, all in one, with the rawness of the language, and maybe even imaging as well on there. This is to really go deeper and tap into who we are on that side of things. Because remember, when I started off, it was Ask Naomi, Bridging the Gap, where we talk about sexuality and things of that sort. And I just want to make sure that I'm staying on that route. I had went away from it a little bit, being more focused on self-love, because that is what we need first and foremost before we can do anything else. And so now that I have truly stepped forward and elevated in my transformation field, in my transformation life on that side of self-love. Now it's time for me to go back and educate you. I'm not leaving self-love, but I need to go back and go to where the beginning, where we did talk about sex, where we talked about sensuality, where we talked about that in a more educational way, to where it won't be, where you would know everything. Does that make sense? And so that's what Nyomi's Intimate Corner is about. And again, everything for that will start in October, between October and November, because right now I'm getting all of the shooting the footage, editing it right now, so it can kind of drop like automatic, as well as some other great things is going to be in there as well. But that's for the Patreon, so you can sign up for free for it. But for some of the versions of some of the things, there is, a fee for that. But again, the footage that's going to be on there today is the full Explant footage, unedited, unfiltered, behind the scenes. Well, I will start putting the behind the scenes of my 30 hard journey. That will be coming up in the next few weeks. All of that good things. All right, because that's where we're just going to go a little deeper into our transformation as a whole there. And I can't wait. I can't wait to really start it. But the first thing that I'm dropping today is the whole 1 year later. And so when y'all get in there and y'all see it, I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel about it. How did I do? How did I do with it, with the editing, with the telling of the story? I'm excited because I'm definitely in my producer bag right now. I am really in that bag today. I'm telling you, sitting and editing and telling a story with just raw footage is woo. Yeah, it's I give it to the people that do the documentary. I really do, because you want to keep everything in. And you can't keep everything in, because if you keep everything in, it kind of get long and winded in some of the things that are unimportant, excuse me. But yeah. But I want to get back to here about the choice is the proof. And this is what I want you all to understand, is that you don't need to see my body to know that your transformation is real. You don't need to watch the surgery to believe in your own healing. But maybe you do. Maybe you do, because you need to see someone else choose freedom. Does that make sense? Maybe you need to see someone trust when fear is screaming. Maybe you need to see someone say, I choose me, and then actually live it. And then you see it 1 year later. So that's the proof. It's not the before, after body photos. It's the proof. And it's the choice. It's the proof, and it's the choice. All right, my beautiful people. So we have come into closing affirmations, and I want you to repeat after me, all right? My choice is my proof. And I don't have to prove myself. I am the proof. 1 year ago, I chose freedom. Today, I celebrate it. My body is not the problem. My body is the proof. My journey, my choice, my life, that's the proof. I am reclaimed. I am unashamed. And I am unstoppable. All right? Well, all right, my beautiful people. Today, you will be watching the video that drops on my Patreon, the full version, no highlight reel later tonight, the whole thing. And for those who need to see it, for those who need proof, the Choosing Freedom works, go see it. Go see it on my Patreon. That's Nyomi's Intimate corner. And that's Nyomi, spelled with the Y, Nyomi. And it's the complete journey for those who are ready to truly see it in the real. Because again, this isn't about my body. This is about permission. And it's to choose, to trust, and to become. And you will see it. So until next Monday, this is your Girly Goddess, Nyomi Banks, celebrating 1 year of the choice that changed everything for me. All right. And if this has resonated with you, are you ready to continue your journey with guided support to access phase 3, rooting in self-love, or even to go back to phase 2 or healing reclamation? Elevate Me is here. We have all 4 phases designed to anchor you in your power. And you can start that today with 7 days free trial. Right now, you can go to studio.com/Nyomi, that's Nyomi, or go to elevatemenyomi.com. Again, that's 7 days free. Try it. See if it shifts something for you, all right? And hey, if there's something in today's episode that hit home for you and you want me to hear about it, text me or leave me a voice note using the link right in the show notes, all right? All right, my beautiful people. So as I always say, be good to one another in yourselves, and always keep succeed. Love yourself first so you can love others well. And don't forget, you can watch this full episode on the Season of Self-Love podcast. All right, remember we're on there. And don't forget, whole 1 year later drops today on Patreon. All right, you all have an amazing day. Have a good one.